What's up, folks? Welcome in. Good to see you. My name is DrumRollTony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician, and music teacher living in Seattle. Mob Psycho on the Patreon. We're 11 episodes in. It's a lot of fun. Reagan's my favorite character by far. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Love it, though. Okay, we did a video 2 years ago on the anime length of the opening. I had no clue I'd ever be watching this. I'm glad it got voted on. It's a very good time. But anyway, let's do the full version because, well, normally I wait till I finish the anime or the second opening comes in where I'm watching, but I'm curious. So we're going to check this out. Oh, Mob Choir. I've gotten a lot of comments lately saying, hey, by the way, I think it was kind of a reminder. They might have brought that up a long time ago saying the group was created just for the anime. So I'm curious what you know about that. Let me know in the comments, please, and thank you. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go. You know I love that drum part. Organ patch is cool. Wonder what I said the first time about the counting. Makes a lot more sense now. Oh, that kick drum part is cool. Syncopation's nice. We'll come back in a second and talk about it. The obligatory epic build gets heavy. Yeah, man. That's how you build and drop into the chorus. Okay, so I noticed, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but when we just played it a second ago, I noticed something on the drum part here. This is cool. I don't know if I mentioned it because I always geek out just to the snare drum sound itself. I didn't pick up on the suspended cymbal like reverse sound that's getting like sucked up. And then like there's like a little bit of pitch ascension in the drum itself, which kind of makes sense because as you play on a snare drum like harder and harder, depending on how like loosely tuned you have it, like you're going to hear some ascension because of what you're doing to the drum head. But that's fun. Like I geek out about little stuff like that. But obviously the most important part in the beginning here is the establishment of the pulse. Even during the drum lick. And we know why. We didn't know why before, but it makes complete sense because that is going to develop into it's kind of like theme and development here of what's going to be present in the song, almost minimalistic in that aspect, but it works out really well. Now, obviously having like a quarter note or a half note pulse like be completely visible and tangible to the listener, not unique, right? That happens in like so much music. That's cool. However, it's pretty unique to the protagonist and how the counting and like the whole countdown to, or count up, we should say, to, you know, when he enacts. So it's fun how that's used within the opening. I definitely, I really appreciate that because conceptually it makes sense. The organ part here is cool. You feel like you're going somewhere else for a moment, especially against the tonality of the voice. Now, boom, doom, gow, that one little, that rhythm is completely out of line with we've been getting this. We get that. That's the fourth note in a 16th note grouping. It's the of a beat, like 4E and okay. Everything else has been so cookie cutter on the downbeat. So we get that jolt and then it's going to like catapult us back into the build. So we'll listen to that one more time. I promise I'll let it go on. I just feel like that's a really good part of that glue. Because there's tension, right? The chords are moving, they're resolving. But here it comes. Much heavier, obviously. It almost feels like, you know, it's like a NASA blast off here, which kind of, I mean, well, his power is significantly greater than that. But you understand what I'm saying. Guitar use is nice. The cool part here, obviously, I think probably everybody gravitates to the 21, 22, the counting here. I love the stuff that's going on the keyboard and the double kick part, the kick drum part there. It creates a nice little, it's easy. It's a nice, like simple rhythmic syncopation against what the groove is in the, if you want to call the counting a groove, well, we'll call it a groove. But it just gives like a really great texture that feels fun to listen to. Right here. Almost. End. That's fun. Ba-da-da-da, bum-ba-da. Yeah, and the vocal line is a lot of fun too. So, you know, there's a lot of elements to listen to because when you do layered listening, you kind of have to like pick and choose where you want to put your ear. But that's why layered listening is so good with repeat listens, because you can't grab onto something all the time. Like you can't be hyper focused on bass and then also be hyper focused on drums or hyper focused on the vocal line. That's why you get a lot of value out of kind of going back and figuring out which part of the songs you really like. And then when you're doing a passive listen, you kind of get like, you're like a sponge. You're just going to soak up all of them a little bit more than you did the previous time. So it's just kind of like, you know, you're flexing your ear brain there, working it out. Guitar part is great, man. Obviously building on the same here. And then we're going to turn the corner right here. Dig it. So now we're pounding the shit out of the snare drum because it now just has more of a flat sound versus in the beginning it was super like wet snares on, meaning like the snares underneath the drum just did not feel that tight. There was so much ringing, so much just kind of buzz in the sound to where now the player is hitting it so hard you're not even really hearing that anymore. The next part right here. Can you hear that difference? Very fitting though with because the mob, who do you want in that build and everything and the guitars and what we're gonna drop into this, all that makes sense because you couldn't really keep the same percussive pattern that you had before. You needed to go with everyone else in the rhythmic design there and just like I guess the whole concept of the phrase. So that is very sick. Let's go back a couple seconds and we will keep going. Hell yeah, man. Left side guitar, so good. Wow. Okay, we'll go back and check out some of these things. Now, the most obvious thing going on here, it is a very catchy, well-written pop chorus. It kicks ass. Cool. Let's not talk about that part. Let's talk about the cool parts. Listen, put your ear on the left side. Check out the guitar. We or something similar. It could be a keyboard part too. It has such a similar timbre, and the roll is identical, right? Right hand keyboard versus guitar lines. You're completely layering the same function. But one more time. Yeah. Rest of the rhythm section is kicking ass, right? Everyone's, you know, locking in. The chord progression's fun. Like we said, it's very poppy, and the vocal part on top is killer. I just think that's the added element that we needed to talk about because maybe not everyone picked up that guitar part. If you're listening on a phone, probably pretty hard to hear it. Put a pair of headphones on and check it out. It's a nice little addition. Let's keep going. Bump, da, 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 da. Kind of some fun suspension, perhaps resolutions there. It almost, hold on. Nice dissonance there. Ascending up. Very cool. Oh, we're coming back. A little bit. This fun new part. All right, cool. Let's go back and check out the little element that at least I don't, you know, I think this is part of the full version here. That's new. If it was there, I just definitely didn't notice it before, but we're grabbing it now. We almost felt that groove for a moment. Okay. Duguba, duguba, duguba. That's the primary focus there with those offbeat stabs, and they're kind of like just almost robotic sounding with what's going on as we're building, through the numbers. You get the percussion kind of jumps with it for a second. I thought we're going to get this huge kind of almost shout chorus like offbeat stuff. That did not happen as we're going here. So we have a little bit of variety within this build. Cool quality sound on the vocal callbacks there. Very mechanical keyboard part. Ba, ba, e, see how much offbeat stuff is going on here, which is kind of cool because remember how much we talked about the groove in the beginning be established with everything being on the down. So you're just having like the down is the A, the upside of the beat is the B. Ba, ba, ba. So that's kind of like, it's kind of going between those two, which is a pretty, again, we use it all over the place. It's not unique to this, but considering the context of the protagonist and what's going on with the development of how things work in the story, genius conception to how you put it to music like that. It just completely kicks ass. Back couple seconds. Plus, that's groovy as shit, man. All right, where's this gonna go? Repeat the chorus. Very similar to the first one, which makes sense. All right, what's gonna happen? Let's go. Oh, we do. I'll be quiet. Dude, that was sick. Sorry, I got excited. I was trying to sing the guitar part back, and then there was like some weird ass percussion thing that came out of nowhere. We need that again, please and thank you. Rocky solo, man. Rock, like in a great way. Fits. Not expecting that at all. So that solo fits the progression perfectly. Kind of feels like a throwback song or a sound, but then we get. What is this? What is this little sound happening here? Cool. Thin it out, you know? Then we bring this back. Applaud the guitar solo. That was nice. Bring it back, bookends. The organ, same vocal effect here. The okay. Ooh. And the scratch down the guitar. I like it. We got the clean tone vocals for just like a moment. It was like 2 seconds, but it was cool. The obligatory halftime groove made its presence known here. I went back about 10. The best part about that, obviously that we get the clean tone vocal in there too, but the kick drum part, it's really, really fun to listen to. Grabbing that whole thing again. It's so good. And in case you're saying, hey, well, what is a halftime? What's a halftime feel? The tempo of the song is right here, right? That's going to stay the same, but in halftime, tempo's still moving the same. It's just the feel changes. And that's that's as common as water with musicians. Like, hey, play a halftime feel here. Cool. Everyone knows what to do. Then you go back to where it was. Now you can play halftime and actually play the rhythms literally half the time, but we don't need, I mean, that doesn't matter for what we're doing right now. That's what's happening right here. It's a super easy, you know, we always talk about variety being the spice of life, and especially in music. So the listener's ear has a lot of like little ingredients to make it interesting the whole way. That's a really easy one to do. Like that, we use it all the time. All the music you listen to, it happens countless times. Man, the drummer, the kick drum part's the best part. Wah, wah, wah. And we know. I bet I was so confused the first time I heard and the scream of that going, what is happening? Makes complete sense now. That is a wild ending to the piece with just basically a big envelope of vocal dissonance there and the drummer playing, letting it all hang out there. So that was a lot of fun. I like the full version. You know, I could have waited a little long to do it, but I'm glad we heard it now. I don't know. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below, please and thank you. My name is DrumRollTony. Come watch some anime with me on the Patreon. Link for my socials down in the video description below. Please and thank you. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and catch you next video. I appreciate you being here. YouTube thinks you want to watch one of these two videos next. Have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.